Hi all, this is Professor Shalini Singh from Jaipuria Institute of Management, Lucknow. Now let's move on to understanding the various business models. So now we'll be discussing about one of the very prominent models in online retail, that is the marketplace model. Marketplace model is referred to by various names such as the platform model also. Now what is a platform model or a marketplace model? So technically, this marketplace model, it operates in a way that the marketplace is essentially a platform which helps two entities connect together. The seller on one hand, the buyer on the other hand. So the marketplace or the platform essentially operates on a two-sided network effects or double-sided network effects because the platform does not have an inventory of its own. Now let's say if you have to start a business and you don't have an inventory of your own, then how do you bring people to sell on your platform? So in order to onboard sellers on your platform, you need to have customers. Because if a seller wants to sell through your platform, the first question the seller will ask you is, whom am I going to sell? Do you have certain customers? Where will I get my business from? You need to assure the seller that yes, we have so many thousands of customers or we have so many millions of customers. Same happens at the other end. Now, if you are trying to sell to a customer, the customer will ask you, how many products do you have? But if you want to showcase products, you need to have at least a few sellers registered on your platform. This is what is referred to as double-sided network effects. Sellers will join your platform only when they feel there are considerable buyers, and buyers will join your platform only if they feel that there are considerable number of sellers. So as the sellers join, more buyers will come up, and as more buyers come up, more will be the number of sellers that will be onboarding on your platform. So this creates a network effect. So this is what actually a marketplace model or a platform model is about. It is a platform which makes buyers and sellers connect. So the sellers, they use the platform, the infrastructure, the platform, the logistics services that is offered by the marketplace to sell products to the customer. Now, what is the revenue model? That is, how does a platform generate revenues? Because the product or the merchandise belongs to the seller. So the seller generates the sales, but the platform receives a commission. So whenever a seller is selling a product to the customer will be paying. Whatever customer is paying goes to the seller, but a certain percentage, maybe 2%, 5% of that sales amount will be taken by the marketplace. That is how the marketplace earns its revenue. Very common examples of marketplace models are Amazon, Flipkart, and the likes. So this is about marketplace model, which is one of the very prominent models seen across. Amazon's flywheel model. Now we'll try to look at Amazon's flywheel model. Amazon, as you know, is basically a marketplace. But when Jeff Bezos was once sitting in a restaurant, he was explaining or thinking about how Amazon could grow. And then he and his colleague came up with this model. He drew it on a paper napkin, as you'll find from various sources on the net. And it is called as a flywheel model because it's very similar to the flywheel. How? I'll try to explain. Now, Amazon started as a bookseller. It had its own inventory. And as Amazon's reputation gained, as people started shopping, as it increased its customer base, Amazon tried to improve the merchandise to add on more merchandise on its website. But adding on more merchandise always means you're incurring more cost. You're getting capital intensive. Then that is what Jeff Bezos thought of. How can we grow at a faster pace? But at the same time, is it possible that we don't have to invest so much of capital and still we can grow at a faster pace? Then he thought of an idea. What if I onboard certain sellers? What if I just don't buy certain goods from a particular seller, but we provide a platform on which a number of sellers can come and sell their products? So what you do in that way is you improve the selection, as you can see in the diagram. If you have, let's say, 50 sellers, 100 sellers, 1,000 sellers on a platform, imagine the kind of merchandise assortment, imagine the kind of products that you can sell on the platform. And that in turn drives customer experience because the customer is happy to get so many products at one platform. Otherwise, they would have to go to different retailers to get those products. And as the customer experience increases, obviously there will be a positive word of mouth that, hey, Amazon has so many different kinds of products. And this drives customer traffic. The more the customer traffic, obviously the sellers, those who have to sell on Amazon, will feel that Amazon has a great customer base. So if you want to sell through some platform, it has to be Amazon. And therefore more sellers will join Amazon. And this drives the flywheel. So initially, to gain momentum, it takes a lot of effort. So you board in sellers, which drives selection, which further drives customer experience, and which further drives traffic. But once this wheel starts growing, it gains momentum. It becomes very easy for a firm to grow. The sales increase without much effort. That is why it is referred to as a flywheel. Also, when you don't have your own products, when you are onboarding sellers, your cost structure goes down. Because you are not holding inventory, you're not investing in inventory, you're just asking people to come and sell on your platform. So you are able to sell products at a very, very lesser cost. And because your costs are less, you're able to offer customers better prices than your competitors, which in turn again drives customer experience. So overall, it gives a very good customer experience, a superior customer experience, and the traffic increases. And the greater the traffic, greater the number of sellers. This is what an amazing Amazon's flywheel model is about. Hope you understood this model.